Most anticipated episode for me, 21-inch wheels, 295s, 2-piece brake rotors, upgraded pads, lowering springs. This is gonna transform the looks of this car so crazy. This is going from your basic SQ5 to something that looks truly really high end and gain some performance in the process by shedding weight, increasing braking capabilities, and handling, getting the center of gravity lower. It benefits in performance, looks, handling, the whole nine. Everything you see in this video will be linked in the description. A lot of those links are an absolutely free way for you to support what we do here. So if you love the content, I'd appreciate it so much. Let's get into wrenching and have some fun together. Let's talk about these wheels first. These were a serious investment. The trust we are putting in my wife's hands to daily these and not curb them. She's done good so far. There's not a single scratch on the wheels. Can't say she hasn't done a wheel in the past on a previous car, but she's evolving with me. So I have good faith in her, because if we even have to replace one wheel, it's not gonna be a good day. But these are forged 21 by 10 plus 32 offset wheels. These are a 034 product. You can see their logo up close. It says forged. It's got the product name number right there. Satin black finish. These are an absolute flex. In a performance aspect and a looks aspect, they're massive. You can see how wide they are. Right here, it's like knurled. I think it's called, or knurled. It's like a bead to help the tire, where it beads to the wheel, grip the wheel. So under lots of load and hard launching it, your wheel's not wanting to slit and the tire sliding around on the wheel. This helps get good grip. There's something difficult about wheels and the SQ5 platform, in my opinion, and I decided to go all out with these because I want my wife to have something super rad. But I just felt like this simplistic design and this size really works well on like a lot of wheels. They either look super gaudy or too simple and cheap. This is like a good mix of performance and style and overall looks. Doesn't surprise me that 034 is behind it and I like it, no, but that's why we work well together. You get it or you don't. And they decided to make their own wheel for the platform, and I understand why, because it is hard to find good wheels for these cars. Behind me on the table is something special, and we're gonna go on a little side quest together, and that's because today has something to celebrate. A sponsor. Sponsors support us and make it possible to wrench in the garage, have fun modifying cars together so we can learn more and do more. So let me show you what we got today. This is the next gen Marin work boot from Brunt. Nice packaging, even came with a little construction pencil. These boots are designed to be comfortable right out of the box and not have a break-in period like a lot of other brands. With a boot design like this, your feet can be comfortable all day, protected most importantly, and avoid having achy feet at the end of the day. The leather is sourced from USA Texas deer, which is the highest quality hide available. These boots are already comfortable, but they have the Brunt cushion inside too, so if you have an extra wide foot, you can pull these out. If you have a normal width foot, you can leave these in, and it feels like you're walking on clouds. The outer soles even says on here, oil resistant, slip resistant, non-marking. The oil up to 572 degrees Fahrenheit. Brunt even lets you try them on the job, and if you don't love them, you can send them back. Use my code on screen to get $10 off your first purchase and have a 30-day risk-free trial. Thank you, Brunt, for sponsoring today's video and making a really comfortable work boot. For tires, we have Falcon Azenis SQ5 They have a nice pattern. They have the size available we need. They're a grippy tire for this car. These are the SUV version of the tire. The size is 295, 35, 21. The tires are linked in the description to Fitment Industries, and if you use that link, that's a free way to support what I do, so we can keep putting cool wheels and tires on the car. And then the wheels are from 034. They ship them right to my door. It makes life easy. I can figure out what size would be ideal. They have great customer support. They have an awesome gallery. They bring me so much confidence when it comes to buying wheels. So if you're a beginner, you're new to cars, or you're an expert, whether you're working on any platform, you can plug it into their gallery and go see what other people are running, look for certain fitments. It has all the data there. It is so helpful. Then when you order from them, you know you're going to get taken care of in the same way. So I got these tires through Fitment Industries. They're linked below. The wheels, unfortunately, they do not have for this specific car. I always order the wheels for them if I can, but I couldn't because they're like a very niche product. So I'll leave these linked there. You can order them separate. We'll get them mounted at a local tire shop that's family owned, that happens to be my neighbors that we always go to if you're new to the channel. So tires are tires. Went with something grippy, not the most expensive thing either. Nice sidewall, perfect size. This should be really good. And I got this fitment from the guys at 034. They helped me out to make sure everything's flush and looks really good. For the SQ5, they recently released these. These are the Dynamic Plus 034 Motorsport lowering spring. The spring rate is not aggressive enough to not be comfortable anymore, so this should be a good, comfortable daily driver still. But the big key thing is lowering the center of the gravity of the car is gonna make a huge difference in the reaction of the wheel, how you feel connected to the road, and overall how the car reacts to cornering. You're gonna feel it completely. We have the brake pads in here. These are the Dynamic Plus Street Sport brake pads. Low dust, low noise, really good initial bite, but still carries out when they get hot. And these work with the OEM rotors, OEM calipers, direct OEM replacement. Then we have the 034, really good looking two-piece rotors, front and rear. These are huge because they get rid of the unsprung weight. So we're reducing the rotational mass of the car all the way around. Not only are we doing it with the wheels, now we're doing it with the brake rotors. They stay cool much more efficiently. You only have to replace the outers. So in the long game, if you own the car for a while, you're gonna be money ahead upgrading to something like this after the initial investment, especially if you're tracking your car. This is gonna be an awesome upgrade. And they look really, really good. I think I've said that 5 times now, but they do, and you'll see, especially behind these. I can't wait. That's everything you need to know about the parts, why we're putting them on, and the benefits. Let's put them on and let's go drive. You wanna come?
It smells smelly in here.
All right, yeah, it's too smelly in here now. Hey, all right, ready? Okay, so I wanna teach you how to work on the car. Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is a perfect job for you. That is a lug bolt cap removal tool, okay?
Okay.
Put it on the outside like that, and then I want you to hear a snap.
Pull off?
Yeah, pull as hard as you can. Pull it off.
I can't.
You got it.
It's stuck. Oh.
Okay, now you wanna do the next one?
Yeah. I need to wash my hands.
Yeah, at the end. You're doing, oh, good job. Now pull as hard as you can. Go! There we go!
I got 9.
Show me the one that came off.
This one.
Yeah! Woo! There's 5 on each wheel, so there's 20 total. This one's kind of tough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me help.
Whoa. It always take off. Oh, got it.
You got it. Is it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like my dirty hands, like zombie hands.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yep, and pull. Put 2 fingers if you need to.
Whoa.
Oh, you got it. And say, if I can do it, you can do it.
I can do it. I can do it.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we got there. There. How many total are out?
3, 4, 5.
And how many are on there? 5.
5.
We're ready for the next wheel. I'm gonna let them know that if they need one of these cap removal tools, they're linked in the description for Volkswagen Audis. Okay, I got them all, 5. Are you doing a good job?
Yeah.
Sweet. You're a good filmer. We're gonna need something in here. I think we're gonna need this one.
Okay. 17 meter.
Oh yeah, that's it. Now your job is to film. We got the big impact, 17 mil. You want me to put it on the tripod?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh!
Got the wheel off. What you think?
Good.
Good. Sweet. I'm glad I got the pass. Say bye.
Bye.
For the front springs, we're gonna start up top, and there's a little plastic cover you can just pull off really easily. I have some Icon hose pliers. It actually fits perfect. I'm just gonna wiggle until that pops out. Then that cable is chilling. We're done up top now. Let's raise the car. We need to get to the strut, and that's behind a couple things. So we need to remove these 2 ball joints and these upper control arms. More likely than not, they're gonna be so corroded and stuck to this piece that we're gonna end up destroying these ball joints. So I have replacements here. Softly try and tap this bolt through. So much corrosion. It's almost like a battery acid scenario type of level of corrosion. This is the point where you could go around, tap, 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 try not to bend anything, tap, tap, tap. I'm committed to replacing these, so I'm gonna go for it. Ball joint fork, and I'm gonna smack it on. There we go. Nasty, we're gonna clean all that out. Okay, one down. That one came out a lot easier. Okay, while we're in here, I'm gonna go ahead and take these out. We have the 2 new arms put in. I just have them snug so I can get them out of the way, push them up. We'll be torquing those to spec later. The next step in getting the strut out is taking the end link off, at least on the top, but to make things easier, I'm gonna loosen this bottom one. And then I'm gonna put my wrench on the other side, and we're gonna take this one all the way off. Okay, that nut is off. We're gonna loosen the pinch bolt here. Pull it out. Now I'm gonna take a strut spreader socket. It's this shape right here. I have 2 different ones. I'm gonna leave them linked in the description. You'll always need to have one of these around, but you could just put it in here and spread it to get some width, and then I just leave it parked there. So we still have some tension on the sway bar end link. So the next thing I'm gonna do is remove this bolt on the lower part of the fork, and then that should free everything up. Save some energy. Sway bar end link is still hung up, so I'm gonna throw the 12.16 mil on here and just walk it out. There we go. All right, let's put this in here. Oh, cracked the finger. Okay. Any Audi techs want to give some advice on, is there a better way to do this? Should I have just taken this end link out top and bottom first? Any Audi techs want to pop in the comments and drop some game? So now our fork can just slide off the bottom. Okay, now the strut's free. You can just leave the fork to dangle. So we have 3 bolts. One's kind of hard to get to. I'm gonna start with this one. All right, these next 2 are a lot easier. Break them loose. All right, I'm gonna get this one most of the way out and then go and grab it. Got it. This is where some fun starts. For this part, we're gonna need a pass-through socket set. Leave this link in the description. This is not a tool you just normally have. We have our McPherson style spring compressors everybody's scared of. Don't be scared of them. For the spring compressors, I like to use my 1/2" impact. Makes life really easy. Pull this cap off. Once you get the spring compressed, you're gonna have a 21mm pass-through socket. So that's gonna go on that. And then what it does is it allows you to put this ratchet on it and pull on it, and there's still a hole in the center. And then from there, we have a 9mm triple square, not very common. They have one that's way longer that I need because this bottoms out when we get it loose. So to improvise, I have the closest thing to it in a Torx bit. It's a T50, and at the very end, I'll switch to my T50, and it's actually long enough to get this all the way out. But I have the best options linked in the description that even I'm waiting on stuff in the mail. My method for these spring compressors, find comfortable places, put my locking things on there. This is the first time I've done like an SUV lowering spring, and this spring is heavy duty. It takes a lot of pressure to compress it. It doesn't really compress that much. So it did make me a little nervous, but on the other side, it went fine. Kind of find a comfy spot, snug it down. Then I'm gonna go find the other spot and figure out where's that gonna be. That should work. So I'm gonna try and hold it in place. So then I'm just gonna do a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. Now I'm gonna get a hammer. This is what's different about these SUV. I want the spring to separate from the bottom, and then that's when I know I have enough tension on it, so it's not there yet. It's compressed it a lot, so I'm gonna leave it here. I don't have it exactly how the other one went, but they don't always go the same. So let's throw the 21 on. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. This one's gonna go righty tighty. Stick it in here. I'm gonna get the T50, it's a little longer. Okay, that's perfect. That came off, this didn't fly apart. We're golden. Okay, I can pull the strut out, which is not normally how it goes, but this specific car, the top hat section is so corroded to the spring. Now I can just release this. Okay, wrestle with it, get the bump stop out. Done with this, go over and grab your identical spring. Then you're gonna wanna take your bump stop in the exact same order the other way. Set it on here. Then we're gonna line up the bottom. This is only gonna go on one way. We just rest it on there. This will also only go on one way. This one's a little tighter and it's gonna move around a lot. Let's not force it. I'm gonna go where it's comfortable. So it's kind of in place. It's just not perfect, but I can get to the threads. I don't normally do it, but I want to see what happens. Like, will this spring slide into place? Oh yeah, it did. Sweet. So you just gotta play with it till you get it. Just be patient with yourself. That's in good. This is in good. Now what I'm gonna do, just go and snug this up. Since I don't have the triple square in here, I'm torquing with the 21. So that the T50 just has to hold it. I don't want to strip those splines. All right, that's plenty good. Boom. Let's go to the car. So what I found last time is that I'm gonna stick it in here and set the base on that knuckle, and it should hold it. Okay, I got one in. Just gonna tighten it, suck the other ones up. Oh, I forgot something. This guy goes on top of the strut, so that whole cover system works for the electronics. So I gotta pull this out, pop that in, back up we go. The other two top hat bolts, those are in. Let's put our wire back in with the 2 pins, be careful. And then you're gonna push the white part down, it kind of snaps in. Once that's in, you can put your cap on it. We're good up top. Now we can head back here and hook everything up and torque it down. I'm gonna go ahead and slide the fork and bottom it out where it used to sit. And then I'm gonna take out my strut spreader tool so it should clamp onto the strut, which it's firm now. Okay, before we snug that up, we need to get pressure on the suspension. Push the bolt through the pinch for the strut. Now we need to get the upper arms set in place, and then we can put load on the suspension as if it was under ride height. When we push it up and tighten it, that way when it's sitting on the ground, it's at its happy place where there's no resistance on those bushings while it's just sitting on and driving on regular ride height scenario. Then your bushings will last a lot longer. Spray a bunch of WD in here. Then I'm gonna take some anti-seize. It's gonna go where the corrosion was, which is on the base of these. I mean, hopefully I never have to take these off again, but the next guy will thank me, and maybe it will be me. So then I'm just gonna wiggle till I get them to go in. Put some on the bolt, send the bolt through, snug it up. It's in place. With the pull jack, I have quite a bit of pressure on it. It's lifting it off of the lift. That's what you need. Be very careful. This is control arm to subframe. Okay, that's good. This bottom one, 145 Newton meters. There's no way it needs to be tighter than that. Ain't no way. Torqued, 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 anti-seize, tight, 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 and tight. Now it's time to do our pads and the rotor. The brake line right here has a little horseshoe clip. It's like a fork. Get it out of there. Okay, and it can just chill there for now. Break them loose. Yeah, I'm leaving one out. This other one I'm gonna leave very loose. I have this hanger right here ready for me. I'm gonna go back here, put some support on the caliper, pull out this bolt by hand, set it aside, holding the caliper. Now I'm gonna make sure my line is free, not in that bracket. I'm gonna pull it off the rotor. It might fight you a little bit. Okay, and then let's hook it on these arms. Now we can work on getting the rotor off. Snap it just a little bit by hand and then it'll come out. Just be very careful with this one. You don't want to mess it up. I'm gonna pull it out all the way. I'm anticipating the rotor to be stuck on here a bit. So I get my soft hammer, the mallet, kind of put my hand under it. So I'm gonna rotate it 180 at a time to try and get it to wobble off. I can literally see it coming off. Go. Now while we have a lot of space, let's go ahead and step in here and do the pads. So first one, I'll pop it out. Make sure that the plate is attached to it. It is. Pull it out. Now I'm gonna go in here by hand and just start compressing all the pistons. And when you push them, it's gonna push another one out. But if you keep going back and forth and back and forth, next thing you know, they're all gonna lay pretty flat, which is what we need. So I'm gonna do the same on the other side. All the pistons are pretty flat. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna come in here with brake cleaner and a rag because we have some different style backing plates. All the pistons clean. You'll see here shortly. gonna spray the surface of the new pads. So my grubby hands got them dirty. And then we're gonna take the adhesive backing plates. That's gonna stick to pad and then to the piston. That's gonna make sure the pistons and the pads stay connected, reduce noises and such. So I have a little pick. Hate pulling off these with my fingers, so that makes it faster. Then I can just set them on here. There's these little pegs that it goes on. Take something flat. Just make sure the surface mates well. Now I'm gonna pull the other side off. There we go. Okay, these are ready. Gonna line it up with the little peg spots. I have to get the pad to go down and then it will go in the top one. Okay, then press it all the way in. Grab my other one, same thing. There we go. That one's in there, sitting against the pistons. Okay, we're dialed. All right, pads are in. Let's get the rotor on. Line that up. Tighten our T30. Beautiful. They're gonna look crazy behind these wheels. Slide the rotor on. Set that here because I always forget it in the car. I'm gonna go real tight. I'm gonna come in with the breaker bar and snug them up. I'm gonna secure the brake line and put this little clip back. Brake line is secure. Secure the 21s with the breaker bar. Okay, we're dialed. Line is secure. We're ready to go to the back. For the rear brakes, it has the e-brake, the parking brake back there. That's electronic, it's separate. We need to get that to release so we can change out the pads. There's an OBD dongle, something like this, but it's called OBD 11. There's a bunch of different ones you can use. This is the one I like because you can undo a bunch of features, change a bunch of things with Volkswagen Audi Group. Pay for credits to unlock things. It's great for diagnostics, features like I said, but one of the things is, I'm gonna do my screen share. So I'm gonna go to apps, workshop, brake pads replacement. You're gonna click on that. In-car procedure, turn ignition on, engine off, cycle the parking brake on, off. Use the open to open brake caliper. So on and off, open, turn the car off. It was being a little fidgety with me, but I just followed the on-screen instructions with OBD 11. The parking brake light started blinking, it opened it, released it, I shut the car off. Now we can do the procedure. We're gonna do the springs first, and so we're gonna get these covers off the lower control arm. Huge, whoa, they're so long. There we go. Okay, let's get this top piece out. Line everything back up. All right, got this up. Okay, I got this snug. Now I'm gonna go to the end here. I'm gonna put some tension on it and make sure my deals are lined up. I wanna snug this up. Okay, those are lined, and these are lined up perfect. All right, we're back where we left off. Now I just need to tighten the shock. It's good. All right, soaked these in WD-40. Oh yeah, those went in like butter with the WD on them. All right, let's do the other side. Softly get it the rest of the way out without damaging these threads. Now we can lower the arm. A lot of pressure on it right now. Easy does it. Top one stayed in, bottom one stayed on this one. Pull it out. Align the alignment pin. Start getting things lined up again. Put some tension on it. Alright, springs are done. Home stretch. Brakes, rotors, wheels. Been a journey. First step of the rear, soaked us all in WD-40, especially the T30 Torx, and then around the hub right here. These are usually ungodly tight. And then there's one up higher. I'm just gonna break it loose. We're not gonna take it all the way out because we do have brake pad wear sensor wires to deal with. Seeing a wire, you can unclip that and it unclips here. Pull that apart. That wire comes out. Okay, got the plug out. Honestly, if it's like the front, I can leave it in place. So let's keep going. Okay, that bolts out. It's kind of stuck to the rotor. So I'm gonna get the mallet. Oh, just flew off on me. I was not anticipating that. All right, that can chill there. Okay, the wear sensor wire, I just pulled it straight out. And then the metal piece in there, we're gonna grab that. You'll see in a second. Okay, we're just gonna go in here, push our pads out that are beyond cooked. These are definitely the original 66,000 miles. And I'm gonna go in here with my gloves in my hands and apply consistent, firm pressure to the piston to get it to push back in instead of using any compressor. I can just do this by the time I get any tool out. We'll see if that's enough. Before we do the pads, let's get the rotor off. 230 gonna come off like butter because of the WD. There we go. Make sure we have the rotor in the correct orientation. Just snug. Come over to the rear brake pads. We have the adhesive pieces again, and there's one that has like it's like embossed, I guess you could say. That's so it can go deep in the holes, the alignment holes, and actually stick. So like the details on this are pretty awesome. It'll be something you can appreciate in person from this brake pads kit. You ready? Both sides are the same. We're gonna put the one in the back. Push it all the way back, get the wire. Now on your sensor, make sure you put that copper spring retaining clip around the actual sensor, and then you're gonna press that in there and it will stay firm. That's good to go. Okay, there we go. There we go. Woo! And I just barely slid that thing on by the hair of its chin. It's getting me frustrated. This is a fun one because it's basically blind because of this shield. So I have this headlamp on so I can look in this crack, take this hook out before I leave it in like every other time. Alright, I got the second one, the top one. We can snug those up. I'm gonna plug this cable back in, clip, and the organizer down here. All the wires are safe and secure. Now I just need to get the 21's tight. Calipers tight, electronics are in, plugged in, secure into the pad. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Let's clean this rotor up. Just got everything loaded up. This is a tight fit. There are definitely some big wheels and tires. I had to slam my tailgate closed. Just barely latched. If you're in the Phoenix area, look up Tires to Go. They have a Flagstaff location also in Arizona. Family-owned business that treats you like family and treats your equipment like family. I never have to worry about one of my wheels getting scratched. With tire shops on every corner in major cities, the reason I like to go to Tires to Go is just to have that peace of mind that it's simple, it's easy, I can schedule an appointment, and I don't have to worry about anything getting messed up because I've had that happen multiple times at the corporate-owned stores, which I can understand. They do so much volume and they have so many employees that are new. But here, it's like a family of guys, and I know I'm getting taken care of in my stuff. I'll leave Tires to Go locations and information in the description if you want to check it out if you're local to Arizona. Just got home, got the scale. We'll see what we got. Starting with the stock wheel and tire, 63 pounds, 5 ounces. Rolling on the new setup, 55 pounds, 12 ounces. Wow. 63 minus 55, 8 pounds per wheel. 32 pounds all around of rotational mass. Okay, ChatGPT, my friend. Rotational mass multiplies. Every 1 pound of rotational mass can feel like 4 to 6 pounds of static weight when it comes to acceleration and braking. So your 32 pound reduction could be equivalent to removing over 100 pounds of dead weight. Faster acceleration requires less energy to spin. Less rotational inertia means your brakes can slow the wheels down faster. Less unsprung weight allows the suspension to work more efficiently, keeping the tires planted and grip good. Putting them side by side, we can see how much of a contact pad, basically my hand fully spread out, is the full width. And then on these 21x10s, we got a lot more tire on the ground. They're that much bigger, they get that much more grip, and they still weigh that much less. Before we mount the wheels, most important step, every single time, we're gonna do a pro ceramic coating on the wheels so they're really easy to clean and they shed brake dust as if it almost doesn't even exist. Doesn't even give it a chance to stick to the wheel. My Cerakote microfibers, got some isopropyl alcohol, let's do some prep. Gonna put all these wheels, only if your tires stick out enough. Mine do, so it doesn't scratch the wheel, but I'm gonna clean them out first. Step one, spray with isopropyl alcohol. Let's do a quick little wipe down, strip it of any greases. So I'm gonna do this for every wheel. Same thing on the face. Wheels are ready to go. First thing I'm gonna do is put some gloves on because when you get ceramic coating on your hands, it does what it's supposed to do and stick to you, and it's not good. Open your bag, get your applicator, disregard everything else. If you've done it 6 times already, pull out one of our bottles. Should only be using one for this. And I'm going to set up the orange side. So we're gonna get this one nice and wet first pass. I like the orange side because you can see where it's coming out. All right, that's set up pretty good. Cap it off. Keep this close by. I have my clean towels over there. Get my phone ready to go for a timer. So on this specific color, it's really easy to spot where I've traveled already. The white is the opposite. It's kind of hard to see. So I go in here and get the whole barrel. A nice good pass. So everything is coated. I need to wet it a little bit more. Then I'm gonna make sure I get the back side of the spokes. Then I'm gonna get the sides of the spokes when I do the front. Now I just do, hey Siri, set timer for 5 minutes. We're gonna let that cure and we will catch up in 5 minutes. I just tell her to create another timer and now I have one for each wheel. So as every single one times out, I'm gonna wipe it dry and level them off. All right, first timer is up. We got this wheel here. Grab me a clean towel, shake it out, fold it how you like. And then we're just gonna do one nice little wipe down to level off any excess ceramic coating that did not adhere to the surface. You'll see like some wet looking spots and then you'll wipe it away. You only just wanna leave one thin layer on the wheel. And I'm not even gonna wipe the back of the spokes. I don't even care. You're not gonna see them. But the barrel's good. Then I'll wait for the other wheels, do that, and then we'll do the face. Gonna wet my applicator again. Do the same thing on the face. I like to start with the areas I can see, so the outside of the spokes, personally. So now I just get them out of the way, and then go through each triangle and bend foam to go over every little area of the wheel. Just look for areas that I missed. All right, we'll let that one dry and then I'll wipe it down with a clean rag. 5 minutes has passed, clean rag. And I'm just gonna wipe this down to make sure all the finishes look smooth. I don't got any lines. Get all the high spots. Sometimes with like a satin finish, you gotta do some elbow grease and do a couple passes to make sure it levels it enough. Because you'll see some lines and you'll be like, oh no. If you just leave it, they'll stay a little dry, but you can wipe it now and get rid of all that. That's the point of this part of the process. The gloss colors, especially like the lighter colors, you don't even notice it. Don't forget the sides of your spokes. This thing's gonna repel brake dust, water, everything. It's gonna be really nice to clean. All right. I'll do the other wheels. The fun part is finally here. Wheels are ceramic coated. Let's throw them on. But first we gotta look at these a little more. Wow. The rotors look insane behind these wheels. The crazy part is I haven't even seen the car lowered. So the wheels are a big enough shock in the rotors, and then when it's gonna have good fitment, it's gonna be wild. We'll toss this one on and then get the torque wrench out. All right, we can see the fitment now. Just going and going and going. Oh my gosh. Dude, this is aggressive. Holy. The springs are gonna settle a lot. I can just tell. Dude, this looks crazy. It gives me, RS4 hatch vibes in Germany where they have them. When you get really good fitment on those. Wow. We're gonna torque each of these to 140 Newton meters, which is about 103 foot-pounds, pound-feet. I can put the caps on. Where's Gavin when I need him? Oh yeah. Low key, I kind of like the exposed bolts. Makes it look kind of tough, but I'll cover them up for now. Here's the game plan. We get to enjoy it. I'm gonna pull it out. I'll put the mic in a good spot. And then we're gonna do some tire coat to make sure the tires are perfect jet satin black. Then I'm gonna give you a look at it. Then we're gonna go for a drive. Then I'm gonna park it somewhere nice. Get some really good shots of it. And then some rollers. So stick around. I just went into OBD11 and I changed the value to close, and then the e-brake started working again and our error code went away. Favorite car detailing product right here. Gave it a shot. It's always linked in the description. Having a nice performance tire, the sidewalls are all smooth, so tire shine actually goes on really evenly and nice, and it doesn't tear up your applicator pad. So far, so good. Perfect. No noises, brakes are good, and once they get a little bit of heat in them, they are so touchy. And when you get rotors like this, they're gonna make some noise. I don't know if you can hear it. You can hear the contact of the brake pads. That's just the nature of it. AC on, windows up, can't hear it. Windows down, cruising, having some fun, you can hear it. And it's kind of fun. If you do the bedding properly and you use the adhesive backing plates, they won't make consistent noise. They won't drag at all. Cruising it around in traffic, it's not as floaty for sure, but it definitely is not like some cars where you throw lowering springs on and it's like it feels very, it just feels like a slightly tighter version of what it already was, and that's not a bad thing. It still has like a good amount of float to it. It has that Q5 SUV handling personality. I'm sure once we do the sway bars, it's gonna tighten it up a ton, but I'm coming up on some railroad tracks. And it just feels normal, it feels smooth. And these new tires are just really plush compared to those other ones. Those other ones were rock hard, so that's nice. Brakes, really nice bite to them. Coming up to a hard stop. I don't hear them dragging on the rotor at all with the AC on driving. So as far as brake noise, with something this aggressive, can't even tell daily. Windows down when you're messing around, you'll hear it with the windows down, you'll hear it echo off of brick walls and such, but that's kind of what makes it part of the fun and the experience. So it's a win-win. I really like this car because you can put it in all the sport modes, windows down, and you're just ripping it. It's like a really fun sports car. Windows up, AC on, music on, soft comfort mode, and you're just in a comfortable SUV with everyone. This car is top tier. That does it all. If you're enjoying the SQ5 content, I'm gonna leave what's next for this car on the screen here once it's released. And if you don't see it yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out what's next. All the links are in the description to find the parts that we put on this car always. Appreciate your support. See you in the next one.